You're ready then?
Yep.
All right,
I'm just gonna
go
finish
live.
this tweet up. Are we live?
About to be.
All right. I'll start recording on this too, if I can. I'll figure it out later. Your record a call. Hashtag MNUFC. We talk hashtag MSUFC. Hashtag Sounders. And hashtag MLS opening weekend. It'll be a blast. Let's drop the link.
I'm not sure if it's up right now because right now it's not like streaming the preview for me on the other computer, so I'm waiting for it to be live on.
Let's try. It's probably delay.
Well, it just says no, so.
Bruh. No, I see myself.
Oh, the stream. Okay, so it must be up for you.
It's super laggy.
It is. Oh, okay, I see it.
I'm trying to bring it there.
Hold on, I've got to. I can try and make it so we don't. Hold on.
Yeah, it's super like
Yep, I see it. I have an idea. We're gonna get rid of the stopwatch. Okay.
Is it the stopwatch?
I'm just trying. I'm just trying to remove as much stuff as might be
Should I
causing.
delete the tweet for now? I'm
No,
deleting a
no.
tweet for now.
We're
Are you sure people are gonna come in here and be like, what the hell?
fair enough. Okay. If you want to, I mean, you know what? Also, since
My Twitter is still down.
that's weird. Okay. Figure out what's going on here.
I can hear myself though on the stream.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's
Hey,
working out.
we got viewers. Hello. I got 3 people in here.
All right.
I guess that's including me. Haha.
Well, if you're watching right now, congratulations on seeing us try and make sure everything's functioning. Uh, Hopefully, it will be working smoothly as soon as possible. Hopefully.
Hey, when has MLS ever gone off without a hitch? I think we're just staying true to the league.
True enough.
Yeah. Let me know if you need anything from me. Otherwise, I'm gonna like the stream. There we go.
Okay. Got to the point where I accidentally increased a window to full size. So.
I see it. Dude, I love live streaming. This is so sick. I want to see if I can hear myself still. You're kind of quiet on the stream too, by the way.
Yeah, I had to turn my.
And I can hear myself too.
Okay, let's turn that up a little bit. But then.
I don't hear myself
It's the
anymore.
video that's freezing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I think I know why. Can't be it.
I
Quick
love
thing.
live streaming.
Yeah,
Oh, it buffered again.
Yeah, what I see what it is. Okay, I think I can fix this really quickly.
Well, we still have a couple more minutes until the actual game starts.
Yes, luckily. Something with Zoom. So Zoom is working cleanly on my point of view. Oh. That was the Houston goal from earlier. Okay, that I'm watching right now.
Did you like the stream too?
Yes.
It's definitely still frozen for me.
Yeah, I know. I can see that the zoom is not functioning all that well. I wonder what thought. Okay. Close other applications. Okay, it seems to be because I have a ton of apps open. That's probably the issue that we're running into. So
Can you
what?
close a lot of apps?
Oh yeah, I can do something real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and then we will be
Let's go. We got 3 likes. We got 3 people watching. We got 3 people watching ourselves. Just
trying to figure out how to work a
stay
stream.
still. Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually turns out that we can talk without even having to move our mouths. We can just like stare off into the distance, like those marionette puppets or whatever. That's not what they're called. What's the guy with the fake puppet?
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
Yeah, that's the one.
I always got like creeped out by those guys.
Yeah, those are creepy. Gotta say, not a fan.
Not a fan of them. I'm also not a fan of when I can see myself be frozen. That's so sick.
I'm cleaning up some tabs, so hopefully that'll fix itself soon enough. It's buffering slowly, I can see, but
let's go. Next time I'm hosting a stream.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though I don't know, next week's a very busy week for me, so I'll have to see what I can do in terms of setting this up.
I can just send you the format.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I don't know how OBS works.
I can just send you the profile.
How is it looking now?
Well, I'm waiting for my stream to catch up, but I'm getting rid of some more tabs. Hopefully it'll work. I might have to get rid of these sick photos of 2 players on there. I think it'll be fine if we do that.
I'm just staring at myself right now. Like yeah, I just like look like an idiot. Well, first of all, I look like an idiot no matter what. But especially when it's just like a still picture of me just like mid talking and it looks like I'm like either gonna sneeze or like throw up. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah. I feel like now our frame rate's increasing to maybe like 3 frames a minute. 3. Maybe 3. 4 even, perhaps.
That might be a thing. Oh, shoot.
What?
I might be able to, since you're hosting now, I think the video encoding settings are a little different. So...
Do you want to try hosting the Zoom?
Yeah, yeah, we might want to try doing that.
All right, sure thing.
Yeah, stream, hang in there. We're gonna try and fix something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not exactly what I'm looking for. That'll work a little bit better now.
Do you want to try hosting the Zoom?
Alright, now I've just gotta adjust the window.
Whoa, it went away on my screen. I'm gonna change my name. I hate being my full name.
So it looks better on my end. We'll see how it actually goes through in the streaming wise thing.
Your mic is buzzing a little bit too.
I thought that might be happening.
There, my name's just AJ now.
How about now? Is that better?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay, now I just see you in the stream.
Yep, I know. That should be working on updating.
Oh, it looks way better actually. But this is just with you. I don't know if it's with me yet. We're like way behind, or like the stream's behind from where we are at, because I'm not even in there yet.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Let me reload.
It'll be kind of no. It's gonna be like that. There will be a delay on it, but
All right. You said you need to change the window. Okay, I'm gonna listen to in our stream right now.
okay. Okay, yeah. It's a lot clearer on my end. You're. Do you think it looks a lot clearer now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Your mic's still like buzzy for on my end. I don't know if that's just Zoom or if that's the actual stream.
Is it happening on the stream?
I don't know.
Oh, no, on the stream it is happening. Yep.
Cool.
I hear that.
Are you playing the stream right now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah. Andrea's also here in the room too. She says hi.
All right.
You're our only viewer right now.
I'm the only viewer right now.
Yeah, it's we got two viewers. One of them's Jack. One of them's me. Look, there she is.
Wait. Hi.
Oh, now you're in the virtual background. Oh, you're gone.
Wait. Wait, this is so funny.
Oh no, I'm frozen on the stream now. Is that normal? Oh wait, no, I just wasn't moving like 2 minutes.
You were just still. You're all good. It looks
Yeah.
like it's working. Is the buzzing a little bit better now, or no? Still bad.
It's still like pretty buzzy.
Oh, great. Fantastic. We love it. We love to see it.
No, you can do homework here.
All right. Better or worse?
Same.
Great. You know what?
Yeah, but I'm assuming you're using computer audio right there. In terms of buzzing, yeah, quality obviously drops out. I think I think this is just better just because it's not buzzing.
I need to make sure that's open on the stream. Let me open the right channel for that. All right. So, should we get started in action now that we actually have like a smoothly running stream?
Yeah. Do you want me to send another tweet?
Yeah. Why don't you send out the tweet? Why don't you send it out? Let people
Twitter
know that it's
on
working.
desktop is just not working.
Yeah, for some reason it's just
I
not
wonder
loading.
why. That's so weird. On mobile, it's not even like working all that well.
Weird.
That's so weird. Ah, man, I look such a idiot on stream. And my hair is terrible. Oh my gosh. Bad hair day.
Well, the good thing is at least it's working now.
Yes, yes, of course.
All right. So, welcome to a slightly rocky start of a stream, but hopefully it'll be better as it goes along. Uh, my name is Jack. I work with, or I'm a co-host on the Final Third podcast. You can see our beautiful logo in the corner there, and we cover U.S. soccer. Uh, I'm a Minnesota United fan, and of course, that means we had to do a live stream for the opening day of the season, being a rematch of when our team got knocked out. But before I go too much further into that, I'll let AJ introduce himself a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still tweeting out, but
Oh, my bad.
I'm AJ. I'm also no, you're good. I'm also a Minnesota United fan. I'm the one with the better audio quality right now because Jack unfortunately had to turn his usual mic off because of audio issues. That one of these days we'll figure them out, but today's not one of those days, obviously. But I'm also a West Ham fan, which kind of clues into our stream next week, which is gonna be West Ham versus Chelsea. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for this game too. Uh, I'm going to continue tweeting this out, Jack. If you want,
All
just
right.
want to ramble about something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as I kind of started with, this is going to be a really interesting matchup because it is a rematch of the Western Conference Final from last season, where Minnesota United took a two-goal lead within 60 or 70 minutes, I believe, actually, and choked it away as Minnesota sports teams do, conceding 3 goals in 20 minutes. So Minnesota are hoping to recover from that at Seattle. They've never won there before. They've played 7, drawn 1, and lost 6. So this is a big match up for Minnesota United, who've done a lot of off-season rebuilding, I guess you could say. Not as much maybe as in previous years, but a lot of rebuilding. They've brought in some exciting acquisitions like Will Trapp in the central defensive mid. They brought in MLS veteran Juco Raitala from Montreal and Ramon Abila from Boca Juniors on loan, which is really
Yes.
impressive. Uh, AJ, do you have anything else to add about the setup for behind this match?
The setup, I think it's really interesting. This is obviously only the second match. We had Houston beat San Jose just a couple minutes earlier from right now that we're talking. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how these two match up, specifically because even though these two teams, the last game either of these teams have played uh, in Seattle, obviously, it was that match. But a lot has changed with both of the teams. Seattle, obviously, are missing Jordan Morris. They're missing some of their key players, so much so that Will Bruin is actually starting for them. We'll get into starting lineups, I suppose. But the biggest thing for me in terms of Minnesota is missing Kevin Molino, obviously. Him being one of the cornerstones of our attack, especially through the last couple of legs in the playoffs. So it's going to be really interesting how our current starting lineup does and our current setup and how we're lining up this attack, because even though some things have changed, some things obviously do stay the same. We have Robin Lod starting as our starting number 9 once again. Obviously not as ideal as other setups, but uh Jax, considering we only have 4 minutes left before this game, do you want to go over, let's go over Seattle's starting
Yeah,
lineup
let's
first.
start with them. So on the screen here, I'm kind of scrolling down. We're using the Google Alerts version of this, but I'm kind of updating it on here. For goalkeeper, of course, this was never really in doubt. Uh, you know,
Was it though? What was it? Was it?
I
Just
don't.
kidding. It's Stefan Fry. Of
Yeah, it's
course he's
Stefan
going to
Fry.
start.
Yeah, he gets a start, and interestingly, Seattle have actually gone for a 5 at the back system. You've got Alex Roldan, you've got Shane O'Neill, you've got Xavier Arriaga, I believe is how you pronounce it. You've got Nuhu Tolo and Brad Smith anchoring that back line. AJ, what do you think about that back
Their backline specifically, I think it's very interesting. I wonder if this is less of like a pure tactical move and more of these are the players we got. This is just what gives us the best possible outcome without sacrificing any other parts of the lineup. So I'm really interested into seeing how it turns out. But uh, obviously, their strengths lie upon their midfield and attack, Jack. So
Right.
why don't you go through maybe the next part, the midfield?
Yeah. So in their midfield, you've got Joao Paulo, you've got Josh Atencio, and Christian Roldan. Christian Roldan in that midfield role. They're missing a lot of key midfielders, especially Nico Lodero, who is often one of their biggest influences there. So that midfield, maybe not as strong as it could be, but still a very solid midfield, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Jack about this before stream. I was actually fully expecting Kellen Rowe to start, but apparently not. And I'm just looking at the stream, and they just did a mixed team photo. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. It looks like Robin Lod kind of tucked in by Raul Rui
Yeah,
Diaz there.
I am wondering if that's a response to the things that have been happening in Minneapolis, or if that's just something that everyone's doing. I don't know. I
Right.
don't have commentary on site. I don't know, and my Twitter's not working, so I don't know.
And
But
speaking of Rui Diaz, he's starting up front,
yes,
of course, along with Will Bruin, who doesn't always get the starts since their front line's so good. But yeah, I mean that Raul Rui Diaz by in and of himself is such a threat.
yeah, and I will say, Seattle signed their leading goal scorer, Pretty Montero, back from wherever he was. I believe
Vancouver,
Vancouver.
yeah,
Yeah,
Vancouver.
he's not starting. We have Will Bruin accompanying Rui Diaz, so I think it's going to be interesting. A lot of Seattle Sounders fans recognize that this isn't a very ideal lineup, but we'll see how it turns out. Let's go to Minnesota's lineup
Yeah,
as
just
we.
quickly because they're about to kick off, but we can kind of go over it. Starting from the top, Robin Lod plays as your false nine striker. Midfield is almost what you'd expect. That brings us to maybe one of the bigger surprises. Of course, you have Reynoso in the 10 role and Finlay out wide on the right, but on the left, you have Hassani Dotson kind of showing that utility man role once again, where he's playing in a position where Minnesota need some depth, someone to fill in.
Yes, for sure.
And of course, in the midfield, well, maybe not unexpectedly, you have Jan Gregush and Will Trapp, the new season acquisition for Minnesota. Will Trapp is partnering Jan Gregush, not Ozzy Alonso, as some might have thought, especially given that he was returning to Seattle. And finally, backline is almost what you'd expect. DeBossi's out with an injury, so Brent Kallman, after a kind of forgettable 2020, starts, which is kind of miraculous. And Dane St. Clair, who made his name last season, also gets the start in goal over Tyler Miller.
Yeah. And Jack, I need to ask, what time are you at right now?
They just kicked off.
Okay, cool. Damn, early corner apparently. That's cool. Jack, how do you think that this Minnesota lineup is equipped to deal with the Sounders this evening?
I think when I saw this lineup, I thought that we were in a pretty good position, honestly, as Minnesota United, because this is a severely weakened Seattle team. They can still hurt you, but you feel like you got to have a chance if you're Minnesota United.
Right. I'm definitely gonna have to agree. I will be honest. I wasn't necessarily expecting Robin Lod to be played up top, Dotson to be obviously played at
Right,
the
of course.
left wing. Obviously, Robin Lod as our false nine last year worked out pretty well, especially towards the end of the season. So who knows? Who knows?
Of course, yeah. And that corner didn't really lead to anything. It was a kind of wasted opportunity, I suppose. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't beat the Seattle line. They cleared it out. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll keep watching. We're only about a minute in.
What time are you supposed to get? Because right now, as I'm talking right now, I'm at 1:30.
I'm at 122. So
Okay, so I'm ahead. So I'll try not to celebrate too hard, or I'll pause it. I'm currently at 140, so let me know when you cross 140,
okay.
or when you get there.
I'm there right now.
Okay, I'm at 141 now. Okay,
Ooh,
cool.
free kick in a promising position. Reynoso has been fouled, looks like.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. I mean, Reynoso is kind of just your guy that makes everything happen for you if you're Minnesota.
Yeah. He also, if you remember, last time they played, scored Minnesota's first ever direct free kick.
Yeah, that was an incredible goal. I think
Yeah.
it hit the post too when it was going in.
Yep.
And just Stephen Fry, he guessed the right way, but just couldn't get to it. But a decent delivery in. Minnesota does keep the possession. Looks like
Jack, do
side
you
though.
also want to put an announcement on your personal Instagram and Snapchat
Oh
about the
right,
stream?
yes, I can quickly do that.
I'll keep the stream uh all one of the people listening, or maybe it's just the two of us. Who knows? Who cares?
Well, whoever's listening, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, for a first time, who cares if we have no listeners? We'll grow this into a behemoth of a live streaming channel. Get on Twitch as well. But I'm really interested to see how the front four of Minnesota comes through. As who is that? Is that Lud? Yes, goes down.
Ooh, that is he back up yet? Or because if he goes down, that would be a really big loss for Minnesota United.
Yes. Yeah, Nuhu is definitely. I listed him down as one of Seattle's important players. I think he has a lot of upside, and I think on his day he's one of the better left backs for MLS as a whole.
I agree. He's a very good player. Oh, Reynoso doing a little bit of fancy footwork there to win a free kick as
Yeah.
well for Minnesota. That's what you're going to be seeing all night from him.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, of course, if you're watching this, check out. It's on FS1 streaming on there. Of course, we can't show you the actual footage because that's kind of illegal. But we will be providing kind of a Minnesota fan perspective.
Yeah. Chase Gasper going up the field. Very interesting. Oh, what a tackle by Reynoso. A lot of like really early pressing from our front four. I'm really surprised to see that.
Well,
That's not necessarily something we saw last year, I don't think.
Well, you've got to expect it if they're starting with a back five, right? They're clearly not
That's true.
intending to go out and attack outright. Their plan is going to be to sit back, kind of hit on a counter, and try and feed the ball to Rui Diaz, who can
Mm-hmm.
make things happen for him. And that's not a bad strategy, especially when you have such a prolific number 9 like Raul Rui Diaz up front for you.
Yeah.
So, but the onus is on Minnesota to attack, and Reynoso, Lud, Finlay, they're going to take that on, and Dotson, of course, who, of course, as any Minnesota fan knows, and maybe some other MLS fans, just scores bangers only. That's what he is. But Seattle kind of have a break here,
Seattle.
but
Oh,
it's wasted. It's
yeah.
wasted there.
Christian Roldan kind of just scuffed that chance in the final third. Name drop.
Looks like Coleman did some good defensive work in there too. He didn't lose him. He kept on him and
Mhm.
kind of forced him to make that error. So good on him
Well-
for that.
Well, Kalman's never been his issues, and not his off-field issues. I'm talking specifically on the field issues, have never been defensive, because he's always been very strong aerially. He's always been strong positionally. His big issue would just have to be he's kind of a one-dimensional character in my mind. He doesn't really offer that much going forward, the same way Michael Boxall, Iko Para, even Debasi would. It's just not the same. But for a backup who cost only like $80,000.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Of course, yeah,
Easy.
not a
Easy.
bad pick to have on your team. And Reynoso was fouled again. I think that's the fourth time we've said that, winning another free kick for Minnesota. Uh, of, of course, like Reynoso's going to be involved in this all night, and it wouldn't surprise me if he's the most fouled player. But he kind of wastes that. I mean, he really wastes that free kick opportunity. That was
Yeah, if they're playing American football like they do
that
also
would
in
be
the stadium,
yeah,
that'd
that
be
would
a field goal right there.
Yeah,
That's
of
3
course.
points.
Yeah.
I will. Oops. I'm gonna screenshot your story.
All right. All right.
I'm gonna repost it.
Yeah. And also, just real quick for if if you're watching and you don't watch our podcast, you can check it out first of all. But also, we made predictions for this game on our show as we usually do. I predicted a reverse of the Western Conference Final, 2-3 in favor of Minnesota. And AJ, I believe you predicted 2-1 in favor of Seattle.
Yeah, I went for 2-1 against or for Seattle, like you said. I don't know. I just kind of, I guess you could say I just believe in Seattle more. Even after seeing this lineup, I might have some qualms about my pick.
Yeah. I mean, Seattle just won a free kick. It looks like Coleman was the one who challenged. Our back line for Minnesota is pressing up pretty high as well. I've noticed, which is kind of weird in my opinion, just because
See, that's
you
what
know
I'm saying.
Boxell and Coleman are not the most mobile center backs out there. They're not going to be like massively pacey center backs. They'll do a good defensive shift, but it's just a bit of a strange tactic. And Seattle almost were in there, but it looks like Coleman goes in for a challenge and gets fouled. That's good defending by him. That's really good defending.
Yes, sir. And I'm just posting your thing. Link in bio. I feel like I've been saying that for the past 4 years.
Yeah, feels like it. Oh, Medinier makes a good break, but Stefan Fry collects.
Metnier is a great player. Even better haircut. I was
Yeah,
gonna mention this
I've got to
earlier.
say that's a that's a fresh haircut for
Yeah,
Roman.
that's I like it. It's sick. It's sick. I'm really excited to see what Metnier does this year. I will say I think I enjoyed his playing ability more in 2019 than
Yeah,
2020.
I agree.
I feel like he put the team on his back a lot more in 2019. That's why he got the name the Machine. But still, what a player! When did we
Right.
get Metnier?
We got him 2019, I believe.
Was that 2019?
Yeah, that was an acquisition in the offseason from France's second tier, which has been kind of a really good place for Minnesota to go for really good defensive players.
Yeah,
Of course,
we got
yeah, Bakaye Dibasi also came
mhm.
from the French league.
We got if we get him, Huno from there as well.
Right, from Rennes. Could be a massive signing, a DP caliber signing, of course,
Mm-hmm.
for a player of his stature who's played in
Yeah,
the Champions League, like not
yeah, for
CONCACAF
sure.
Champions League, but the UEFA
UEFA.
Champions League, which would be massive for Minnesota as a club.
Yeah, my hair is just a mess. I'm taking the hat off. There's no point in saving it.
Hey, the stateside
Yo,
soccer show is
stateside
coming in.
soccer show. Is it Logan? Is it Jordan? I don't know. It's one of the two. It could
Yeah,
be both.
but welcome in, guys. Great to have you here. We had a bit of stream troubles at the beginning, so it's good you're joining in now. Uh, oh, and it looks like some podcast viewers might recognize might know. Looks like our friend Griffin, who was a guest on our show, I think is.
Get Griffin out of here, dude. Just kidding.
No, we're glad to have you here, Griffin.
Hello. How do you know it's Griffin? Is it Nightwave?
From Indiana. I don't know many people from Indiana, but
What if it's not Griffin and it's
if
like
it's not
George? It's just George from Indianapolis.
if it's not, then we're happy to have you here regardless. So
Yeah. Welcome, George. I feel like our stream is like way behind everything.
Yeah, it'll do that because of all the streaming latency and stuff. But the actual video itself, like the game itself, just showed a statistic showing that Reynoso had the most assists, including the postseason, of any player, and Lodero had from Seattle had the second most with one less, 13 and 14 for those two. And Stateside Show just chimed in saying it's both of them. So welcome both Jordan and Logan.
Shout out Jordan and Logan. Go follow them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, their podcast is awesome. They've been doing a ton of season previews for all the teams in the Eastern and Western conferences. Check those out if you're looking for anything about any of those teams. It would be fantastic. They deserve that love.
Yeah. Do you have our links in the bio of this YouTube thing?
I don't, and I probably should add that. Don't know how to do that, unfortunately. You know what? I think I can just post that in the chat as well for now, which should work.
Sure.
We're really new to this whole streaming thing, so kind of bear with us if maybe we're not doing everything as optimally as it could be done.
Oh, what a turn from. If Gasper is able to put a little more juice on that would have been the perfect assist.
And what a way it would be to start off that season for him, because he is a good defender, but he's not like Medinier where he's going to be assisting a ton of goals. He's always just very solid, just defensively. He always does a really good job, and we have confirmation that it is in fact Griffin, longtime viewer of the show. He's awesome. Great soccer fan. He's a Chelsea fan like me.
I don't love him because of that. To be clear, I respect Griffin because of that. That's not the reason why I love him.
Yeah.
I love him because he is cool. And he's been one of our day ones. Also one of our day ones has been Stateside Soccer Show. They just said that they love us. We love you too. And I don't even know what I'm saying. That's so funny. I'm like, okay.
Finlay is keeping with that. Oh, he almost won. He probably could have gone in and won a corner there. If he had put some more on that, that might have been the smarter decision. As Seattle kind of breaking down right, they're breaking on the right more often. I don't think I've seen them break down the left.
Ooh, what a push by, was that Kalman?
That looked like nice. Boxall, or I think that was Boxall. I thought I saw a bit of a beard there.
I thought I saw blonde, but here comes Finlay.
Finlay coming into the box. Toes. He takes a heavy touch and it betrays him.
Good move for him though.
Yeah, he started very brightly on that right.
I was gonna say maybe you should have laid that off to someone else, but at the same time, when you're in that situation, I can hardly blame you. I if I was in there, I'd sky that backwards somehow. So backwards
clearance. Yeah. Wow, nice.
Mm-hmm. And I will say we do have some confirmations from the Minnesota Twitter account. They are honoring Dante Wright, who was recently murdered here in Minneapolis. That's why they're wearing black armbands. That's why they raised their fists during I don't know if it was the national anthem or just their pregame processions. And that's also the reason why they had their mixed team photos that was in the name in honor of Dante Wright, who was a Minneapolis resident. Or not Minneapolis,
Brooklyn
Brooklyn Park,
Center.
Minnesota. Brooklyn Center.
Yeah.
There's too many Brooklyns in Minnesota.
Well, Minnesota have been putting together some good passes
Yeah.
as well. Around the middle there, it's been very smooth from them, which is kind of what we expected. Reynoso, a bit of a dive there by him, as he tried to win a foul.
Yeah.
And
It
Seattle
works
are
until it
breaking,
doesn't.
but
And what a stop by is that Brent
that
Coleman?
that was Boxall, the rock in defense,
Okay.
our captain
All
for
right.
today as well. Minnesota's
Is
captain.
he?
Yes. Without Ozzie Alonso on the field,
Right,
he
of
is our
course.
captain. So he was an absolute rock in defense. I'd argue he is a Minnesota United legend.
I'm getting some serious flashbacks right now because Jack, if you remember, one of the
Yep,
goals
of
we
course.
conceded last year was on a corner.
And Rui Diaz is right in that position, but they don't have Lodero delivering these crosses as well. But
they
not
also
taking
have
anything
Will
away
Bruin.
from them.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
a dangerous clearance, but
And it's still live.
Excellent tackle, and a great and a solid save from Dane St. Clair right there.
That was
at the near post.
How many saves or how many times have St. Clair touched the ball? Because I feel like that might have been the first time.
That might have been one of the first, yes. But it was, if that was a solid first touch. But it gets halfway cleared. I think that was Coleman who gets in with a good tackle to kind of take it away from the first person who gets there. I can't quite pick out who that Seattle player is who got there. But very good defending.
I can't confirm that was Dane St. Clair's first save of the match.
Oh, Stateside Soccer Show asks, what minute are we in? We are in the 19th minute. I'm at 18:45 right now.
Yes.
We did have a time. I realize that's going to delay significantly, but it should work out. We were going to have a timer, but because of lag issues, we had to axe that, unfortunately. But yeah.
So I think if you're watching this live on TV, anyone who's watching this live on TV might be viewing this a minute earlier or a minute ahead of us. Yes.
Ooh, another half cleared corner, but skied over.
Yeah. Gotta get better at just getting the ball out.
Yeah, that was Brad Smith, the left back, coming forward, trying to put one in the back of the net, but just not quite there.
Where's Nuhu playing? Is he playing centrally?
He's playing left center back. I believe.
Left center back,
which is
okay.
Which, as you said in our preview, he's one of the best left backs in the league. So it's a bit of a strange thing to see him playing centrally. But Gasper's forward.
To talk about West Ham first. Okay.
Oh, you might want to. Offside, I think, on Lud potentially. I think there's claims of a handball in there.
That definitely was what they were complaining about.
Oh, what a clearance there! I think that was Nuhu who got that clearance right there.
I was just gonna say Nuhu.
Oh wait, near the head. Don't want to spoil. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I thought there was something that actually developed. That was worrying. But maybe there is. What's? Ooh, sorry, that was loud. But that hits two hands in the box. That's got to be a penalty.
Nah, I mean it doesn't really affect the match that much. It like doesn't affect the outcome of that, whether or not
it hits two hands there though.
Okay, just because you hit two hands doesn't mean that it should be a penalty.
Well, I mean he blocks it going forward with his hand, and then he clears it.
Can you say anything would come out of that if it didn't touch his hand? That's what I'm saying.
Maybe not. But
I am definitely a proponent of handballs should be very scrutinized in order to become a penalty.
But under the current rules, feels like it should be. But
yeah, under the current rules, the rules that have been misguided, the way that the game should be played, that's not a penalty in my mind.
Okay. I think it is. Of course, I'm biased. You should be biased too, I think. But
See, I have a problem of not being biased enough. I'm definitely devil's advocate for my own team constantly.
that's maybe the second touch by Dane St. Clair in this game.
I think he's had multiple touches, but he has not been troubled.
Yeah.
I don't think. Let me check if Stefan Fry has been troubled at all.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has. Minnesota had some corners and free kicks, but never really made anything out of it. There were maybe some tense moments for him in like when Minnesota were in the box earlier, but like about 2 minutes ago. But
he has 0 saves, so I'm guessing he's not too troubled. I will say we are pretty even on XG. I don't know how much you want to read into expected goals, but right now Seattle is at 0.16 expected goals to Minnesota's 0.12. I'm wondering, obviously we know what shot gave Seattle their expected goal.
Right,
but
of course.
What was Minnesota's?
I wonder if it's from all of the free kicks and corners that we've had, just like the set piece deliveries, and none of them were very good. So it might just be because we should have made better opportunities.
That's why our XG is 0.12 and not 1.
The Finlay was coming close and getting inside the box a few times as well. So maybe it came from some of that good attacking play by him.
Nice touch by Metnier there.
Really good to bring that down because that was dangerously close to giving Seattle, possession right near the edge of the box, like right near the Minnesota area. So very solid by him. Ooh, a bit of a giveaway there, but Seattle cleaned it up. A bit risky there.
Counter attacking very heavily,
but
cleared out by. Is that Kalman or is that Boxall? I don't know.
That is Kalman.
Thank God.
He's started this game very well. He only played a few games towards the end of last season. He was very good in those very limited minutes. I'm not sure if you remember, but he cleared in our final game of the season, regular season that is, against Dallas. He actually cleared almost a certain goal off the line.
I do remember that,
which was incredibly impressive and honestly just shifted the momentum so much for us. So, he had a good end to the season, but in that sense, it was also the beginning for him. Finlay getting into a good position. Gasper fires over.
I love you, Chase Gasper. That was,
that was almost an exact duplicate of a goal we scored against Colorado last season, where Finlay crosses it through to the box. It kind of misses everyone, but Gasper just is running towards it. But he skied it this time. Couldn't quite nestle it back this time around. But
and that brings us even on the XG scoreline. We're both at 0.16, which I think, if I'm being honest, I think that should decide draws. No more draws. It gets decided on expected goals.
Okay. You might have some trouble convincing the MLS executives of that, but I'll respect you. I'll respect your fight.
I'll just pay him off. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I got the money. Here comes Alex Rodon.
Ooh, is that a foul? Yeah, that's a foul.
Definitely a foul.
And that was Gasper.
Chase, could we get our first yellow card of the season for Minnesota here?
We?
No, I don't think so.
No, Chase Gasper's always seems like the player most likely to get a yellow card, though.
He's a yellow card magnet.
He is.
I love him to death, though.
I remember my favorite live game with Minnesota United was watching them take down Sporting Kansas City to qualify for the playoffs for the first time in 2019. And Gasper, after Hassani Dotson scored a 90th minute winner, Gasper got himself sent off for 2 yellow cards in 2 minutes, which was
what a legend.
Yeah, he defended well the entire match, and then just at the end was like, whatever. Seattle's corner, he's
Or
cleared
free
out
kick.
halfway. Or free kick, yeah, sorry. Cleared out halfway.
Oh, they
They're
still have a
putting together
chance
some good
here.
passes.
Penalty.
What?
Oh man.
For what, though? Okay, if
VAR.
see, here's the
VAR.
thing. If this is a penalty, then the one from earlier is 100% a penalty. Right? Like,
Well, let's see the replay first. Let's see the
right.
replay.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
Logan and Jordan, is Twitter not working for you too? Is that like is that happening to everybody, or is it just us? Because we were trying to use Twitter and it's kind of spotty how it's working right now.
Yeah, on that replay, I'm not really sure about that. Like, honestly, if that is a penalty, then Minnesota United should have had one earlier.
I think Twitter's working for me now.
Okay.
And Raul Rui Diaz is stepping up.
That I think that this is just a bad decision by the ref. Again, bias is present potentially, but if that's a penalty, then Minnesota should have had one about 7 minutes ago.
For sure.
Because that hits like the upper arm, like right here. All right. Dane St. Clair has made some penalties, made a penalty save against Houston Dynamo last season.
Let's see if he could do it now. Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Dane St. Clair!
What a
Oh, they
goalkeeper.
still have a chance though.
Oh
my
what a
gosh.
goalkeeper! Oh my
That's
god!
Canada's #1 right there.
That is
Let's
incredible
go.
work by Dane St. Clair. You know, he gets it the right way. He guesses the right way.
Was he on his line? He definitely was.
He definitely
wow.
was. He guessed the right way, and he gets that perfectly. They have a corner, but it's a decent delivery out. But there's just a glob of Minnesota players.
Oh
Jan
my gosh,
Gregus
dude.
and is that Reynoso or Finlay? Finlay. Looks like maybe no Reynoso. I don't think that's a.
Oh,
a
he's getting
foul.
into new.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Let's go.
This game's getting heated. This game's getting heated.
Up. What
good.
A save, Dane St. Clair.
You have him in your fantasy team too, don't you?
I do. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I didn't put him in because I was worried. That real quick though, that's not a foul. That what Reynoso did. He hits the ball. He doesn't take any of Nuhu. I'm sorry, that's not a foul. But yeah, I didn't put him in because I wasn't sure who was getting the starting berth.
That's why I will say we're talking about our MLS fantasy teams, which if you guys haven't made your fantasy team, make one for week 2. It's good. It's a good thing to do. But I had Dane St. Clair. My backup goalkeeper was Brad Guzan, which is quite the backup goalkeeper to have. But I just I know Dane St. Clair. I think last season, for the stint that he had the highest average points for a goalkeeper. So I just know he just racks points up. And obviously he did. If I'm not on top this week, I'll be so mad.
I mean, I picked for my starting goalkeeper. I think I have Matt Turner starting for me,
which is a good choice.
Yeah, I mean,
a good choice.
He should be. I think in the opinion of a lot of USMNT fans, the team's number 2 goalkeeper.
Yeah.
How is that a foul to Seattle?
Dude, you're too much of a homer, bro. You're too much of a homer.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I can't wait until next week when we have our Chelsea versus West Ham live stream.
That's gonna be good.
And it's me being like, all right, fair play to Chelsea. And you're just like, how is that a penalty?
Oh my god. Yeah, it's good. And Dane St. Clair gets down to make another save. But yes, you're right. I'm very animated when I watch these games. Soccer is just something that gets you hyped up. You know, you can't.
Which is why perhaps you would be the play-by-play and I'd be the color commentator. Or actually, I don't think I'd be good at any of the in booth presentations. I think I'd be either punted or I'd be like a Jamie Watson on the field, even though he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I miss him. He was good.
I don't even know who our on the field presenters is anymore.
For a while last season, it was Tyler Miller, actually.
Yeah,
who filled in for us.
Part-time job.
Yeah, they're showing that Saved by Dane St. Clair again.
Dude,
you know,
that's so hyped.
That's perfect by him, really. I mean, he is such a good goalkeeper, and I feel like people, kind of underrate him at times. Oh, is that a yellow card being shown?
To whoever, yeah. I'm gonna tweet out.
It looks like it might have been to Reynoso. Not quite sure. Christian Roldan is down, looking like he's in some pain.
Christian Roldan?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's Christian.
Yeah,
Roldan.
number 7. Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Alex Roldan's a defender. Yeah. Is he playing? No. Oh, yeah. He is. Jeez. I forgot.
They are brothers. They are quite the team.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of odd that, or maybe not odd, but an interesting coincidence that the two Pacific Northwest teams, like the two, no offense to Vancouver, but more major Pacific Northwest teams.
Dude, what are you talking about? Dude, Vancouver, it's their year. It's their year for sure.
Yeah, but they both have two sets of brothers playing on teams together.
Yimi Chara and Diego Chara on Portland.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny that just that Pacific Northwest corner has that.
Yeah, Yimi Chara, who scored a hat trick against was it Marathon in the CCL
in that impressive 5-0 win. Yeah. I might have underrated Portland when I was doing a season preview of them. I feel kind of bad because
that's why I had them in second. I will say, Jordan Logan, if you're listening, going over your predictions, I'm very worried that I overrated and underrated some teams. I think I may have overrated Atlanta, considering I gave them the supporter shield. But that's not what matters right now.
Ooh. A nice shot, low, but easy to save for Fry.
Let's see how that affects our expected goals. It brings us up by 0.06.
You're looking at this
I'm glued to the expected goals. Seattle's at 1. They're literally.
I mean, they had a penalty, so I mean, they should be at 1.
That's very much like when you have a penalty. That's the closest to 1 you can get. That's not just a point blank.
Yeah.
That the fact that they're at 1 and haven't scored. Obviously, the fact that they didn't score on that penalty is a huge miss by them.
Yeah.
So just so much.
Oh, Medinier makes a good interception there right back. And Finlay's breaking again. Finlay's been like a really big outlet for us.
Mm-hmm. Finlay's just a workhorse. He can just get ahead, make those runs, and most importantly, finish.
Ooh, Gregush had a solid cross in, and Dotson almost met it, but just a little bit too far ahead of him, looks like. So
can I say Dotson kind of has been a little invisible this match, hasn't done too much. He's got 9 accurate passes for a total of 12, 1 chance created. So maybe I'm just not paying attention. But at the same time, you go over to Finley, and it's just he only has 2 accurate shots. I don't even know what's going on, bro.
I think our play is just really progressing down that right flank. Oh, Boxall with a good interception.
And now he's going forward. See, this is what Boxall's known for, right?
Mm-hmm.
He adds so much to the attack, and that's so sick.
Oh, Reynoso with a solid pass.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, Finlay almost picks out that bottom, or Lud almost picks out that bottom corner. That was great work by Minnesota.
I hope they show the replay. I wonder if Fry could have gotten that with his left.
I think he probably could have, but that was look at that pass by Reynoso.
Yeah, it looks like he probably got that covered if it stayed on the ground.
Covered, but it's a good shot.
Very close, yeah. Good shot indeed.
Yeah.
Now let's see where that puts us at XG. Another 0.06, dude. I'm telling you, XG is the way of the future.
I think Stateside Soccer Show, Jordan from the Stateside Soccer Show, he'd agree with you. They also commented, yeah, they got some stuff from fans about putting Atlanta second as well. So it looks like maybe some overrating going on of Atlanta, but
I
I
feel like I
yeah,
overrated Orlando too. I
that's
had them
fair.
win the MLS Cup, so I don't know.
That's true. I forgot about that. You had them to win it, which
But
shocked
I
me.
also just believe in them. I need to go back and listen to your guys's like actual season previews,
Ooh,
but
Finlay getting
nah, cut off.
disappointing cross, but uh, Reynoso, I thought he was further ahead, but he just picked that up. All Lud's layoff to Finlay was almost
Oh my
perfect, but
gosh,
Lud
what
is
a
a workhorse.
interception.
Oh my god. Yeah, but as I was saying, Jordan from the Stateside Show, they were live streaming earlier the Houston versus San Jose match, and he was talking about how he is a big fan of XG as well. So yeah, it it's definitely become a lot more prominent in the past few years, I'd say.
Mhm. I think Jack, you and the stateside crew all rated Columbus very highly. I think
Yes,
I was the only one out of
yes.
the four of us to be like, they're not going to be good this year.
Yeah, you were really down on Columbus, which
Yeah,
I think was shocking. That I can see where you're coming from. Uh,
it it's just the CCL and the injuries, which we have
exactly.
been
Yeah.
seeing. Aiden Morris is potentially going to be out for, if not the season, a very long time.
Wow. Ooh,
That's
that's a foul on
that is a foul.
Gasper. It looks like, or was
Give him
that
the
card?
card. Nah.
Yeah. There's Freddie Montero, or is it Freddie Montero? I can't remember, but there he is sitting on the bench. Of course, Seattle bringing him back from Vancouver, one of their top goal scorers,
Their first ever goal scorer too.
right, in
Jack,
MLS.
who was Minnesota's first ever MLS goal scorer?
Oh, I'm not going to get this right because
You
ooh,
it you can name a name that you think it would be, and you have like a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right.
my best guess is Christian Ramirez. That's my best guess. Superman.
Oh,
Uh, ooh, is that it? Is
that
that it?
that was that was such a dive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Finlay. I appreciate the work, but not quite.
Christian Ramirez, first ever goal scorer. Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's what I'll go with.
We're
I'll
bringing
go
back
with him.
trivia, Jack. Yeah, it
Oh
was
boy,
Christian
it
Ramirez against
was.
Portland
Okay.
Timbers away.
Oh yeah.
Who's our first ever home goal scorer? Do you know that?
Oh
Don't look this up.
God,
Don't look this
I'm
up. You
not
got
looking it up.
this.
I'm not looking it up.
It's
I'm gonna go with Ramirez again. We're just gonna go.
it was actually Kevin Molino,
It
a
was.
penalty,
Wow.
our only goals scored in the snow opener
Oh,
against
okay.
Atlanta United.
Wow. And also, stateside commenting again. Columbus are so deep that they have some injuries. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nagby got a slight injury. I think.
I think Santos is okay.
Yeah.
Or
Pedro Santos, Kevin Molino, of course, who we
oh
were
yeah,
just
of
talking about.
course,
He's out for 8 weeks, I think, 6 to 8 weeks with
six to
a
eight.
hamstring injury, which we've seen that script before.
Yeah.
Like literally last season, and then he popped off, which is you know, worrying
Always
for
good to
all
see.
the teams in the East who have to play them once he's fit.
My big question about Columbus is we said the same exact thing against Toronto, for Toronto, sorry, back in 2017, 18, that they have a very deep squad and obviously got them to MLS Cup. But when you dedicate your time to Champions League, especially when Champions League is going to be deeper in the season towards the summer, and you have these summer tournaments where players can get injured, the question is like, can they survive that long and not have any more major injuries than they already have? Nagby, he got injured, and he got injured late last year. They have Molino,
Right.
who's kind of a glass cannon at times.
Very true. Very true.
Can they actually survive such a long and difficult season with all these competitions that they definitely want to win? Toronto fell apart. SKC in 2019 fell apart when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Well, one thing that you mentioned is those summer competitions, but we got some news. It's not official yet, as far as I know, but
I
that
think it
there
might
might
be.
it might be. Um, yeah, there might be some other. There might be one less competition for teams to be worrying about, as the U.S. Open Cup appears to be either delayed or canceled.
Youngster Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan from the Stateside Show is in the chat on his own account now. Welcome back, I suppose, then, since you were on here with the Stateside Show account. You know, since that penalty and a few other chances by Minnesota, there haven't been too many other events of note that have been happening.
Yeah, we just kind of been talking,
Yeah,
which is always nice. This feels like another podcast episode, kind of. If I'm being honest,
it does.
Minus all like the formalities.
Yeah. Seattle almost broke there, but it looks like Coleman actually broke it up again on the back line. He gave it away after that, but
Looks like
he's putting in a
Roldan's on the run. Oh my gosh,
wow.
breaking through.
But Boxall's there to clean it up. Bit of a miscued pass, but Reynoso has a good pass into Trap there, who gets it back to Dane St. Clair under pressure. Was that a little flick on from Medinier there that we just saw? And
it's a yellow card.
A yellow. Yeah.
Got to be careful about that.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That was Lud. Got chopped down and going on to a counter attack there. Who was it that fouled? Number 3. That is.
It's like it's Arriaga.
Yeah, Arriaga gets a yellow card for that challenge there.
It's funny because I know who Arriaga is, obviously. The problem is with me, I just don't know faces.
True. Yeah, I know Minnesota United faces, but just not.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what a pass by Reynoso.
What a killer ball.
Oh, Dotson keeps it in play. Kind of gives it away to, I think that was Nuhu. But Minnesota have it back. Not for long. This is very back and forth at the moment. Oh, heavy touch though.
Stopped right away.
Yeah. This is very back and forth. You can definitely tell that this is the first game of the season for these sides.
Yeah.
You really tell from what we've seen so far.
But you can also tell that this is the framework that Minnesota is going to be playing with. They have always been a counter-attacking team.
Of course, yeah.
That's very fast-paced on the break. It's why I like them so much. It's why I like West Ham so much.
Well, that's fair. Counter-attacking play is really interesting. Reynoso gets robbed there. Tried a bit too fancy. Is that Will Brune on the attack? Boxall, of course, defending as usual.
Boxall and Kalman have been among my man of the matches. Second, obviously, to Dane St. Clair.
Yeah, Dane St. Clair right now has to be man of the match for Minnesota. Just because, a penalty save. Come on. Rui Diaz has deflected. Keeps it in, but Coleman gets it out behind, gives them a corner. Probably the right decision there. He was under some heavy pressure from Will Bruin, it looked like. So,
Jack, as we approach halftime, we mentioned Dane St. Clair. Who else have you been enjoying out of Minnesota?
Out of Minnesota, Medinier's been pretty good as well. He's really contributing to attacking play as well as Finley. That right side has been really good for us so far.
Definitely Finley has created the most chances in the game with 2. So obviously, he's been
corner. Dane St. Clair catches.
Yeah. Jordan, some of the play has definitely been sloppy. You can definitely tell, like Jack said, this is their first game back. It looks like halftime whistle's going to be called soon.
Yeah,
unless this might be the last chance right here.
A little bit of a that's going to fizzle out probably, but you never know.
Watch this. Ready?
Reynoso
Ooh,
Oh,
and that's it.
you know what? He's just calibrating. He's calibrating. Yep, that's the half 0-0. But I'm going to ask you the same question real quick. Before I know you have something special for the show, but who's been impressing you from Seattle?
Seattle. Let me look at their lineup. I think. Well, obviously not Rui Diaz, if I'm being honest. I'll say Christian Roldan. Uh, Christian Roldan has been one of the best players for Seattle the past couple of years. I think he might be one of U.S. men's national team's most overhated player as well. Uh, I will say, me being a Nuhu fan, I saw a lot of great things from Nuhu as Jack bites into his pizza.
Yeah.
Stephen Fry's also made some really good saves, but I think Roldan has been creating a lot. Created a chance, got some accurate passes with 9.
Which
82.
Roldan? Which Roldan? We should
I
probably
said
clarify.
Christian.
Okay.
Christian.
Okay. Just
Alex Roldan, I don't know if he's done anything like really positive or at least of note. And I'm gonna minimize this stream. Jordan, what do you think about the match so far? You got 4 people watching. That's pretty good. I'm guessing it's us included, so maybe
I
not
think
that
I
good.
think 2 of those are us, but
I got 5. Whoa.
keeps jumping up.
Yes. And went back down. But I have a very special surprise for everybody. You too, Jack. I recently, as many people know, the MLS recently had a special sale on their store commemorating the teams that have been around since 1996 when the league started. And I just so happened to pick up a certain piece of memorabilia that I in particular liked, and I'm opening it right now, and I'm doing a live unboxing. It's right here. You can't see it.
You've got a green screen. You might need to disable that.
I definitely will. Let's see. Da-da-da. Whoa. The coronavirus is gonna get to me. Can you see the coronavirus in the back?
I
for me?
can see it.
All
But
right.
you're fully vaccinated as well, so you don't
Yeah, you can. Now I'm in San Francisco. Now I'm just hanging out in the Aurora Borealis, and now it's off.
There you go.
And I can see my apartment. As you can see, I have my Minnesota United and West Ham scarves. But I have here, Jack, if you'll see this Portland Timbers windbreaker.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think?
That looks pretty nice.
I'll put it on.
All right.
All right.
You got that classic inaugural jersey on as well, I see.
Of course, bro. You know I got a rep. I really hope it fits me.
Oh, God. What do you...
No, it does.
That
does
looks
it?
fresh. That looks fresh.
It does look fresh. Dude, since 1996 right here. It's been a more entertaining game than the Houston game so far. Houston game had goals, though. I didn't watch the whole thing, but then again, it is San Jose and Houston.
Yeah, I mean, I watched part of that before we started up the stream. It wasn't the most exciting game for sure, but this one did have a penalty. So that makes it
Jack,
automatic.
this is low-key hype. Not gonna lie.
That is a very nice. That's a nice little windbreaker. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of that color scheme.
It's kind of like, it's like height-wise, like from neck down, it's a little short perhaps, but the sleeve length is like just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah,
looks
I'll
good.
be wearing this for the rest. So now I could piss off Seattle fans in 2 ways. I got Minnesota United, who they're currently playing, and their biggest rival in the Portland Timbers. I'm full on screw Seattle Sounders right now.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, that Minnesota kit Jordan said is really nice. That inaugural kit, I've got that one hanging up in a display case because I just love how that looks. But what I was going to say is, I forgot what I was going to say.
Great.
Fantastic.
There's that save again. Wow.
Yeah, that's a. Oh, I was going to say, based off of the, making Seattle fans mad in 2 ways. The kind of commentary on Fox Sports when Seattle and Minnesota plays kind of favors Seattle at times. So we're just counteracting that, I suppose.
The commentary you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure if you remember from that Western Conference final game, but it was pretty. It
yeah,
was pretty anti-Minnesota and pretty pro
yeah.
Seattle.
I mean, that's the same thing with whenever West Ham plays. I obviously when Chelsea plays, or Phil Neville or whoever's talking is always like, "Yeah, Chelsea's the best." Well, he doesn't say that, but
Yeah, I don't think Phil Neville's saying that. He's coaching Inter
but
Miami.
yeah, so he's definitely not saying that. I Can we talk about, while we're talking about this, and now that we have Jordan in here, can we just talk about what's going on in Inter Miami?
Oh
Because
yeah, that's a mess.
I'm coming up for with ideas for topics for our big stories this week, and well, first there's just so much. We have UCL to talk about, we have CCL to talk about, we have Open Cup to talk about, we have opening weekend of MLS to talk about, and we also
FA
have
Cup.
in FA Cup. Yeah, with the FA Cup semifinals is this weekend. Jack, should we just have like a full on just cup? We just talk about cup competitions for an entire week. I wouldn't be opposed.
We
I don't know if we can
probably
do
could.
that.
We definitely could. Just because there's so many.
But we also have, and I think if anything, this should be the thing that we talk about, which is Inter Miami just completely screw up their DP stuff, sending Pellegrini to their third division USL
Yep.
League One side. That's insanity.
Yeah, I can't believe it because they had to buy out his contract as well,
Yeah.
which was huge. And it also looks like they're going to get some sanctions put on them by the league, uh,
Yeah.
because they had 4 DPs on the roster. And uh, I when I was watching the stateside shows, uh, not roster, live stream earlier, they were talking about like how they barely made it into the playoffs when so many teams were kind of close behind them, and they were cheating to do it really. So yeah, it's as Jordan said in the chat there, a cluster blank. Uh, 4 letters, you can fill it in. Uh, this is a family friendly show though, so we're gonna keep it that way.
Family friendly, sure, yeah. it's it blows my mind how much Inter Miami have dropped the ball on what should be the awakening of a sleeping giant in the
Mm-hmm.
American soccer world. There are a few places in my mind where if they can just like fix their team up, it would just like blow up the soccer scene in that city.
Oh yeah.
Dallas, New York, Chicago, like big cities that have bad teams, bad fan bases, no offense. And Inter Miami could be like fall from grace and become one of those sleeping giants. I mean, they already were, and then they just dropped the ball. They couldn't awaken the beast
Yeah.
because
I
of
mean,
all these issues, both on the field and off the field. It's just a huge issue, and I will say I do find some joy in thinking about the fact that Miami had 4 DPs but got 10th place.
yeah, that's pretty funny, and especially with the caliber of DPs too. Like you had a Mexican national team, I believe starter, right? Rodolfo Pizarro. Did he start for the national team? I think he might. And then you got two art of argue like 2 World Cup finalists and 1 World Cup winner as well in there,
Mm-hmm.
and you had a pretty talented Argentine winner. So and you only got 10th. That's pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jordan chipping in there. So they like we mentioned, they did a ton of previews of every team, and uh, the person they interviewed for Inter Miami said that they thought he would fall under the U22 program, and that it was always a plan to bring on Matuidi as a designated player this year. Okay, I guess that makes sense for that, but yeah, I guess for those who aren't familiar with the U22 initiative, that the salary demands I think were too high, So
I also heard that as well.
yeah, so they couldn't put him in under that program, which is really unfortunate for Miami because uh, it, it's just a real disaster at the beginning of a season where they should be looking to challenge for a deeper playoff run.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's just so rough.
Yeah, I mean, like I also feel I'm also really sad about it because they have Blaise Matuidi on their team, and he's the center of the controversy, and he was part of the team that really got me involved in soccer, the French 2018 World Cup winning side.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him involved in something like this that just hurts that team and kind of the league as well, in a way. I think at least it's kind of sad to see.
Yeah, it kind of gives you bad vibes, I suppose, a bad image to the league that
Yeah.
this went under their nose. But I don't even want to talk about Inter Miami anymore. Bums me out too much to think about. Jack, I have a question for you. This is not even related to what we were talking about with Inter Miami, but you brought it up with France. What do you say to people when they call you a bandwagon?
Well,
because
yeah, no, I get it because it looks like
you're
it
a
looks
fan
like
of Chelsea. You're a fan of the French national team. Do you get a lot of flack? I've never asked you this question. Do you get some flack for it?
I actually no. In like when it was the World Cup final, I did get some flack from you actually because I texted you because you said Croatia for the win, and I responded to your Snap story saying, "Nah, man, France all the way," and you're like, "Ah, bandwagon," and
I do remember that. I remember
so
exactly where I was when I sent that.
yeah, that did happen. It happens a little bit as well, but here's the thing: like the reason I supported it, you have to remember, I went into this with no knowledge of soccer whatsoever. And it was just because I was on like a family vacation and they were like, okay, let's put on the World Cup because a lot of people in my family like soccer. And and then like everyone else, like, we had people supporting Colombia, Mexico, um, Argentina, Brazil, like all over. And then they're like, uh, well, who do you support? And I was like, well, I pick French and I like that class. So I guess I'll support France. And so because of that happened. And, as to the Chelsea bandwagon thing, I'll say this: I started supporting them when they were in a Europa League campaign, and also
Like
so
like
like
that's not like
I
still
mean yeah, and
bandwagoning.
but the reason why I support Chelsea is all because of Giroud and Conte from that team. Those are
Okay.
my two favorite players, and also Mbappe, which is why I have a soft spot for PSG as well. And yeah, that's kind of why I also kind of why I supported Atletico for a little bit because Antoine Griezmann played for them at that time.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that a lot, pretty much all of my soccer fandom kind of spawns from that one team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I respect it. I respect it. Jordan mentioned that his salary didn't fall under the U22 rule and that he won't play for the USL team, just train there and leave in the summer. I also have heard that. I think
That makes the most sense, honestly.
that makes the most sense. That doesn't necessarily make it any better. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. It doesn't make it better. They still messed up quite badly.
What is going on in this commercial?
I
I just
I
got off.
think I think I must
Did
be
you get the
behind you.
Fox News commercial?
No, I didn't. I did not. I just have the Fox Sports logo that just says "We'll be right back after this commercial
Okay.
break."
I am connected to AT&T TV right now.
Same. That's what
Okay, well,
I believe I am. No, wait. I'm connected to DirecTV. Sorry, that they're just owned by
yeah, I
AT&T.
through what I'm watching right now, they're showing commercials and a Fox News commercial came up and it just said cancel culture, wokeness, and I was like, what is going on?
Oh my god. Oh, and it looks like they're starting to come back from halftime. Maybe.
Yes, I'm gonna
Uh,
tweet out that people should join the stream
yeah,
again.
they're showing the man of the match so far, in my opinion. I think it's kind of difficult to refute anyone like that he is right now the man of the match. Dane St. Clair, penalty save in the first half. So, oh, AJ, you'll like that most recent message from Jordan, man.
I'm a bad Chelsea fan. I'm sort of rooting for yeah, exactly. And Jordan, if you remember when you were on our podcast, the reason why I like soccer so much is because of the storylines. If I'm being honest, I was cheering for Liverpool to win the title last year because I wanted that storyline of them coming back. Like, I'm such a storyline driven fan that if it meant West Ham not achieving like greatness or something, like not achieving a trophy or something because there's a cool storyline, I'd be pretty bummed out. But it'd also be like you, Jordan. I'd be a bad West Ham fan like that because I'd be like, yeah, West Ham just lost the FA Cup final to Wigan Athletic, but what a cool story that is. First of all, I hope that never happens. I will say, I hope that never happens.
Yeah,
point still stands.
But yeah, I'm definitely the opposite then, because like the West Brom Chelsea game, like if I cared about the storylines a lot, I'd be like, oh, that's so cool. They're in a relegation battle. But I was like, well, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Because like conceding 5 goals to West Brom is just sad.
To be fair, it doesn't make it any easier. I think when you concede all those goals to West Brom, it probably killed you in the inside.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it killed me in the inside when we bottled it against Arsenal. So
that was very depressing, honestly.
Yes, it was.
Because you texted me at like halftime saying, "Yo, we're 3-0 up," or like just before halftime, and then 2 own goals and an Alexander Lacazette goal later.
Stateside Soccer Show just tweeted, this could easily turn into a Dane St. Clair Stand podcast. Very true.
I mean, yeah, that I find it.
I'm gonna retweet that. You're welcome, Jordan.
I care more about my local team than the EPL teams. Yeah, that's fair. I care way more about Minnesota United than Chelsea.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if I mean, I'd love to go to a live match at Stamford Bridge, obviously. Like, I'd love that, but just can't. I feel like it would never compare to Allianz Field, and that might seem strange to a lot of people who just like don't follow MLS, but
yeah,
it's like if you go to a game at Allianz Field, you will understand.
We haven't even mentioned that the game has already kicked back off.
Yeah, I know.
We have whoever that is.
Is that
might be Alex Roldan?
I don't think so. I think that's Atencio that was carrying that forward.
84,
yeah, that was 84.
You know how bad I am with player names.
Ooh,
what a move!
Good defensive block by Coleman there. Good awareness.
Oh, Cross what a save by Dane St. Clair.
Oh, the Kano stops. He strikes again.
Jack, are you at 47-20 like right now?
I'm at 47-18, so I'm like 2 seconds. It'll be fine.
Okay, cool.
I'm fine with it. But that is a fantastic save, man. Getting down. He looked poised to like cover the near post, but because he was running over there, and he shifts his momentum at the last second there to get that. Really well done by him.
It's a very even match, both in possession and with shots created. 8-7 in favor of Seattle. The shots are.
Yeah, I mean,
and of course, expected goals as always. Seattle is on top because of the penalty.
Ooh. Finlay's through. He's not offside. He hits the side netting though.
I'm gonna pause very quickly so you can catch up to me. I'm at 48-08.
Yep.
Okay. And Jordan says he's a country over club kind of guy. I feel like that's the case, Jordan, with a lot of U.S. men's national team fans, U.S. fans in general, just because U.S. soccer might be like the most premier aspect of U.S. soccer. You don't really get that with a lot of England fans or German fans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan.
What a move by Christian Roldan.
Yeah. Ooh, Oh, good defensive header out. Oh, but
Oh
oh my God, that's an
gosh!
absolute screamer.
Of course, who else would it be? Who else
Who
was
was
it,
that?
actually? I don't even know.
Joao Paulo scores that.
That is actually not who I expected it to be.
I I, I I'm kind of mad, but also I can't be mad at the same time. Like
it's it,
that
it
was a good goal.
I'm gonna say, Jack, it looks like I'm gonna get all 10 points
I don't know.
for
I
this
don't know
game.
about that. There's still 40 minutes left to play.
There's still 40 minutes left.
That how that's impressive because it looks like the move looks like it fizzles out, but the header just falls to Joao
Who
Paulo.
who tried to clear that? I'm not faulting the goal on
Yeah,
them, obviously,
I don't.
because
It's a Will Trapp.
I think Trap, yeah.
Will Trapp.
That
Yeah, I mean you
that
can't fault him for that, but at the that's a good goal.
it seemed like there could have been more pressure in the midfield.
Definitely, yeah, but
But what a good goal. First goal of the season.
yeah,
Third career
I
MLS
wonder
goal.
how that's the first goal of the season, huh? Wonder. Only his third career MLS goal. I don't know how often he's played. Minnesota have a free kick now.
Oh
My
my
God! And
gosh. Oh my gosh.
is that cleared off the line or did that go through? Is that for handball or is that for a goal?
No.
No, that's I saw him point towards the middle and I wasn't sure if that was good. Who was that? That was
What
that's
a
cleared off the
save.
line. That's cleared off the line. Reynoso with a great delivery. He's getting there.
Yeah,
And that is that a
exactly.
great Grey Goose header in.
And Roldan saved that. What a guy.
Wow. This is see I wouldn't be too I'm not sure if this game's quite over yet. Both teams still have plenty
Mm-hmm.
to offer, and Seattle kind of cheaply gives that away.
I wouldn't be mad at all with the draw.
Yeah,
We've never even gotten a point out of Lumen Field.
we've once gotten a point out of Lumen.
And when was this?
It might have actually been in a different game, but I'm pretty sure I read that.
So Seattle
draw
in modern history, Seattle and Minnesota, our record is 6 wins for Seattle, 1 draw, 0 wins for Minnesota.
Yeah.
That
So-
draw was at home,
Oh, okay, never mind. It wasn't at Lumen. My bad.
2019, May 24th, May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Right. Okay.
Aiko Para scored in that game. That's how long ago it was.
When he was fit. Oh man. And
In
Jordan,
Lumen Field,
yeah.
we have not gotten a single point.
That doesn't surprise me. Jordan said, "Wow," and yeah, we both agree on that. That was a fantastic moment, and you know, like I know people like a lot of people rag on MLS for being like boring or something, but you cannot tell me that is boring. You just can't.
Mm-hmm. What a good game though.
This is very good. Oh, Wood really committed to that. He was ready to throw his body into that. Couldn't quite make anything of it, but
I'm Jack. Are you the type of guy who gets really mad about? I'm gonna stop talking because it looks like
ooh, that's a free kick for Minnesota, right? Or no,
that's a throw in.
That's a throw in.
Because I'm personally not the type of guy who gets mad if we lose a game like this, especially when it's against Seattle. I know going on Minnesota Twitter, I know that there's going to be a lot of people perhaps mad.
Yeah, well,
but
yeah, that's fair. It's a tough place for us to play. Like
exactly,
never taking a point away from it. Like
I don't know what you could get mad at about this performance.
Yeah, I mean it's been very good so far. Like outside of like one like frankly kind of unstoppable goal, like from that distance and the way that was going, that wasn't getting stopped. But you know, this has been a pretty even match.
I will say, if it's one player to scapegoat, it would be Will Trapp.
Oh, U.S. men's national team Twitter is going to love me for that.
Yeah,
saying
Grey Goose had a bad giveaway, but it looks like it got recovered. And a quick counterattack.
Yeah, very. Ooh, not the best cross in by Medinir. But Reynoso's bringing it forward. He collects
Jordan
it
says,
again.
I can't believe people watch Newcastle Wolves over this. And good free kick position.
Yeah, and that's a yellow for. Is that Joao Paulo who gets the yellow? Oh,
You know, I don't know.
it
Yes,
is.
it
It
is.
is Joao Paulo. Oh, if
Reynoso is the most foul player of this match. No surprise.
no, yeah, not surprised. Like if Minnesota score from this, Joao Paulo has had a wild game in 5 minutes so far.
Yeah.
But
But as I was saying, Will Trapp has to be the scapegoat. He's the person who conceded the penalty off a handball, and he was also the one who had a failed clearance that led to Joao Paulo scoring that goal.
This is a very similar position from where Reynoso scored.
Yes.
In this goal too, I believe. I think it was towards this goal.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna be a goal, if I'm being honest.
We'll see. But
I'm saying it's gonna go over to the right. That's my prediction.
Okay. That's fair. Is it going to be Grey Goose or it's Reynoso? Oh, went to the left. Sorry, mate.
Off to the wall, corner. Yes.
I think yes. Okay. I could take one of my scarves and do the Minnesota United tradition here, but I'd probably hit one of my screens. And
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, hold on. Let me back up. Let me grab my new scarf.
It's already over.
It's already over. It took too long deciding.
I'm putting my virtual background back on.
Some solid keeping of possession there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but going back to what Jordan said earlier about people watching Wolves or Newcastle over this, the quality for sure isn't as good as Premier League, but it sure is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot more exciting.
Undeniably.
Yeah.
That being said, I specifically chose not to watch the entirety of Houston versus San Jose. And there's that goal. Wow.
Yeah. Really good. It curls at the last second too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
That I think has been the best goal of the season so far. Not much competition.
Well, I mean, yeah, you have 2 goals from Houston, one of which was kind of messy. I mean, not like messy as in like Lionel, but like messy.
Good one.
But yeah, this is a really good game. I wonder when we bring on is Abila on he's on our subs, right?
Yeah, he is on the bench.
I wonder at what point we bring him on and who we bring him on for.
60th minute, take Finley off, move Lud to the right.
Finley, yeah, probably. I was gonna say
Finley's
Dotson.
Also created a lot of chances, even if he hasn't been a big facilitator.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dotson. Ooh, was that a block by Gasper? Or no, just that was
very wide.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say it's got to be one of the wide players.
Or alternatively, take Trapp off.
And just go all out attack.
No. Take Trapp off. Move Dotson central with Grey Goose. Move Lud to the left. Abila up front.
That's a fair one. How was that?
Houston, San Jose got real good at that. I'll have to rewatch it. I was too busy setting up the podcast or setting up the stream with Jack. Jack, did you watch Houston, San Jose?
I watched the beginning of it. I think I watched up until that second goal. That's about when I started getting this set up. But yeah, so I probably missed all the good parts, of course. But yeah, it was getting kind of interesting. It did seem to be like that. Yeah.
If I'm Seattle, I think I take Rui Diaz out for Montero.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to have 2 strikers on the field right now, honestly. Or actually, no, that would be 2 strikers on the field. My bad.
Yeah. If you take Rui Diaz out for Montero, it'd still be Bruin and him. But even outside of the penalty miss, I just haven't seen a lot from Rui Diaz that gives me a lot of confidence that he could
Yeah, he's been near
perhaps
invisible.
bag another one.
Ooh, good clear. Oh god. Ooh, not the best header out by Gasper there. Oh, Rui Diaz trying to create something.
Yeah, see what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. No, it might be time for him to be subbed off. That was a pretty horrendous attempt there. Got the script entirely wrong. Just skied it over.
Jack, can you reload the Seattle Sounders Minnesota United thing on Google? I just
Oh
realized
yeah,
it hasn't been. We haven't been updating it when they scored or whatever.
yeah. Sorry. Let me quick do that. One. What is it? There it is. 1-0 right there.
Very
Yeah,
good.
usually that updates automatically, but I guess not this time.
I also wonder if Heath will potentially bring Alonso on.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Because he when he's at his best, he is like unstoppable in midfield. As who is that? Paulo clears that to the moon, the ball.
Ooh,
Menir does well to keep that in. Ooh, not the
no.
best first touch by Lud there, but solid attempt.
That was definitely a Jossie Zardes-esque first touch.
Yeah. Ooh. Heavy touch by Dotson there in the midfield, right at the edge of the box to get that away. But Minnesota have it back again. Oh, and that's the Reynoso's vision is just unparalleled. Like, did you? He just picked out a perfect back heel pass to Gasper, who was diagonal to him. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect. Ooh, and Seattle have 2v2, but incredible block there.
It seemed like the stream's just getting to the point where you switched the stream thing, the score line.
Yeah,
It seems like when you change it, it gets really choppy. Like
yeah,
when
it
things
definitely does.
happen on the screen, things get choppy.
Yeah, that's why I just moved it. I moved it down to be to not include like all of the other stuff on there.
All
If
right,
becomes so much
I
of
do
a
not like
problem.
this stat line. Seattle outscored Minnesota 9-2 in the final 30 minutes of matches. That
Yeah, I'm not a
actually
fan of
was
that.
that actually was one of the storylines going into the Western Conference Final that Minnesota have drawn and have been in winning positions against Seattle. But in the last 30, 20, even last 10 to 5 minutes, it all falls apart. One of the games that I attended live as Bruin
Oh,
gets
good.
Rui Diaz has not been.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Rui Diaz has not been playing that well this game.
Gasper can get there ahead of him. It might be on for Lud there. He gets to it first, but can he get? Can he
Something
make
could
something
happen
out of it?
here.
Yeah, I might have to close out of the stat line because it's making it really. Now it's lagging up the stream, which is really unfortunate if that's the case. But
We got to figure that out, Jack.
yeah, we have to. Yeah, it's at poor quality. What do you think is the play here?
Yeah, sure, we can get rid of it.
All right,
We can figure out what to do.
all right.
We got to have a day where we just like sit down and figure out what works and what doesn't, at
Yeah,
least with your computer.
yeah. All right. We're hopefully this will work a little bit better once that clears up.
Ugh, tried the chip right there. Didn't work out. All right, it's time for AJ's XG check. 1.35 Seattle to 0.64 for Minnesota. Yeah, a lot of good chances for Minnesota. Bring up that XG, obviously. Seattle's kind of pulled
Oh
away
wait.
in terms of shots. Oh,
Oh, Lud just barely missed that. He had a very good chance there to pull it level, but just put it
brought
wide.
brought the XG to 0.69.
Funny number, huh?
Funny number. Yes. Now the stream's completely frozen. I
Oh,
look like
great.
an idiot. I love it. I wonder if I can still hear myself.
Is it still
Yeah.
putting audio out? So, uh, Jordan, if you can still hear and you're still
Oh,
out there, if
it's
is it
slowly coming
fixing now?
back. It's a little jittery. Yes.
Okay.
It
But
it
if yeah,
it looks like they're sorry. It seems like they're taking
Oh.
out Finley for Abila. Like I said, here we go. The Ramon Abila
Boca Juniors, it's coming.
era has begun.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's go.
Excited to see this.
Can't even see the scarf.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The stream status just went back to good. So, all right.
Can you expand the two of us?
Yes, I can do that. Yeah.
And
I'm going to need to change the property of that, but yes, I can do it.
Well, it's just us and Jordan hanging out, so and another person. So
there we go. We'll just change that organization around there just to make it a little different. But yeah, it's a little bit different now. But
remember when we had all the things on the screen and now it's just slowly going away.
it's just slowly gone down. Yeah.
Eventually, you're just gonna go to audio only. It's it's literally just gonna become
it's just
a podcast.
Yeah. I think I just need to get a new computer eventually. I think it's got to happen.
I think
Gasper with a good tackle there.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Okay. Jordan says it looks good.
Oh,
Abila nearly got a goal right there.
A debut goal would have been amazing, but is that out for a corner?
Did it?
Or did he just like really scuff it?
I think he might have really scuffed it, but
that's fine.
Actually, that it's the Reynoso Abila link up. It might have come off of Nuhu there.
It looked like it did. It looked like
it
didn't.
It didn't. it did not. that if that combination gets like as the season goes on, that combination, the Reynoso to Abila combination, I have faith that's going to get better. And if it does, Minnesota become even more dangerous. Like they've looked fairly dangerous tonight. Like they never looked like they won't score. Do you think that's fair?
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
They don't look like they're they're not going to score. Would you like Minnesota still look dangerous?
Yeah, for sure. I think in order to unlock both just our attack in general and specifically the Reynoso Abila connection, we have to kind of unlock our potential with our front four in general.
Yeah.
With our left wing, with our right wing, because that was a big issue for us last year, was having a very cohesive front four as Chase Gasper runs ahead.
We've got a comment here. I'm not sure what that Boca el más grande. Do you know what that means?
I can find out.
Can I translate this correctly?
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yes.
We love Boca Juniors. Unless you don't like Boca Juniors, then we don't like Boca Juniors as well.
Yeah. I'm either I don't know. I just
It seemed like they just said Boca Juniors is the greatest, which is very true.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, they're one of the most historic teams in like just soccer history, football in history. You know, they're awesome. I mean, they have the third most world titles like in the sport, behind like Real Madrid and I think
Do I know?
in Egypt.
No. Do I know that Boca Juniors is a very good club? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're awesome.
He says, or she says, send a greeting. That's directly translated from Spanish.
Send a greeting.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Hello from Minnesota to I'm assuming Argentina. I would guess. I'm not sure, but you know.
Oh my gosh!
Was that a shot right there? Stefan Fry looks rattled from that. That was from Ramon Abila.
Abila is just on the doorstep of Stefan Fry. I need to look at the XG because that had to. Yeah, we're at 0.82.
That was almost an incredible goal there, like by Abila, almost like the Joao Paulo one.
There's a lot to be excited by when we're looking at Abila in general.
Yeah, I mean, he looks great so far.
Let's see. Who else could Heath potentially bring in? McMaster, perhaps? Ja'Cory Hayes, obviously a really good move from last year. Always a positive substitute when he brought him on. Other than that, I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't see a lot of like game changers on the bench other than perhaps McMaster or Aguadello.
Yeah, I mean, for also Aquiles Cabrera. Hello.
Oh my gosh, Will Bruin.
It's
Oh
Rui
my
Diaz.
gosh.
It's Rui Diaz who scores.
I guess I'm eating my words right now.
Yeah.
Raul Rui Diaz scores.
Aquiles Cabrera. Hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you're choosing to join in. Seems like you're a Boca fan, and if so, this is a great match to be watching. I mean, unfortunately, the team with the Boca players, the former Boca players, are losing right now, but they've had some promising play.
Aquiles, are you a Boca fan, or are you an MLS fan? Do you have an MLS team? Because you can always join us on the Minnesota United bandwagon. I don't know why I'm waiting. You know, Raul Rui Diaz. This isn't any
Boxall just got dragged out of position there as well. That's unusually an unusual mistake from him.
This isn't anything against Rui Diaz. And obviously, that's a goal. Kind of routine, but at the same time, Rui Diaz really good at being at the right place, right time. That's why he has 34 career MLS goals. Admittedly, it's going to be hard for Minnesota to come back, but if Minnesota can get a goal and get me that 20 points, because I predicted a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Seattle.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing: Seattle are 2-0 up.
2-0 up at the 70th minute. You know what that means?
It means Minnesota is going to score 3 in
the 75th, the 89th, and the 90th minutes.
Yep. Oh, look at this. Look. Oh, he almost got there. Was that Lud almost getting there?
Way too excited, way too soon.
I'm just trying to stay hyped. This is sad. Oh, good skill by Boxall to keep. I think that was Boxall who. Oh, good by Reynoso.
Ooh, just a little off with that pass.
He was under some intense pressure there, but yeah, I mean, still very good. Out for a throw from Minnesota. Yeah, but like you were saying, not really sure who on the bench is the big impact player because, I don't think it's smart to be taking Reynoso off because he's been kind of the big player for us so far.
I'd still take Trapp off for a midfielder like McMaster or Aguadello. I don't even know who. Ja'Cory Hayes is probably my choice.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
No, Rui Diaz, please. Just a lot of defensive mistakes right now.
You've cursed it, man. You said Rui Diaz was not playing well and that he should be subbed off. Look what you've done.
I meant Ramon Abila. Ramon Abila's not playing well. No.
Well, I mean, you can clearly tell preseason form is in full effect. Coleman was playing really well in the first half, but all of a sudden, he seems to have. Was that Coleman who lost his man? Or was that? No, that was Boxall again. Wow.
Boxall has not had a really good past 10 minutes.
Aquiles Cabrera, yeah. Boca Juniors, the largest in the world. River Plate. I'm not sure what the rest of that means, but
That's what Google translates for, bro.
yeah, I need to put that up somewhere. I've got to get a tab open for that somewhere.
I'm guessing it's something bad about River Plate, in which
Yeah.
case,
No, I agree. Boca Juniors is like the best club in Argentina and one of the best in the world, I would say.
mhm.
Just like they're incredible. They they've got Carlos Tevez up top as well, I believe, and that's why Abila came.
Carlos Tevez, heck yeah.
Yeah, still kicking it. Okay.
Yeah, Rui Diaz scored in the 70th and the 73rd minutes.
Oh my God.
Not a great past couple minutes for Minnesota United, in particular, Michael Boxall.
Yeah, that like I said, very very strange from him because usually like yeah, he never really makes mistakes, but tonight he just seems to have a few. And
maybe I underranked Seattle. Maybe I did too, Jordan. Maybe I did too. But
I still think I still think
Minnesota United can come back. Yeah.
no, I'm still saying if Minnesota United got a penalty for a handball in the 20th minute, I think that this game is a lot different right
I still don't think that's and there's the yellow card for Chase
now.
Gasper,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
I'm gonna go hop onto Minnesota United Twitter. I'm gonna see what's going on, what they're saying.
All right. Yeah. And Aquiles Cabrera said, "Go ahead, one chop." Yeah. I think if Google Translate did that correctly, yeah. I mean, he's looked pretty good since coming on. He's had some good chances, and it's not his first time playing for Minnesota, but it's his first time playing competitively for us. So I think that he's only going to get better. And Seattle are making a host of substitutions right now. I missed some of them. Joel Paulo, one of the goal scorers, is coming off for Kellen Rowe. I missed one other one. I don't think I missed one of them, but yeah, Minnesota's defending has not been fantastic tonight. It was great in the first half, but it kind of fell apart in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Sounders' magic, I think. Like it happens all the time. They'll like seem like they're second best, and then all of a sudden they'll just come back and do amazing things. Like Sounders, like Minnesota, I think, kind of thrive on being underrated. And oh God, Gasper, thank you, Chase Gasper, for this comment. Oh, a little bit, not the best for Reynoso, but Abila is still running towards it. Was never going to get there before Stephen Fry. Rate the effort.
Jack, in your mind, where did this collapse from Minnesota United stem from? This all started obviously with the Joao Paulo goal in the 49th minute, but it all like we were still in it at that point, and you were still predicting that we could potentially come back and win.
Well, I think it just kind of shook up the entire back line, and it seems like once that happened, Minnesota just seemed like they needed. It looked like they felt like they just needed to attack. And you saw it potentially in the last goal that we conceded, the most recent one. Brent Coleman was dragged way high up the field. Like Boxall was playing on his own, defending. Like, I mean, I like Michael Boxall a lot. He's one of my favorite players, but he thrives better when he's not all alone back there. He needs some shielding.
Yeah, you're completely right, because Michael Boxall was not our best player by not even top 3 or 5 in 2017 and 18. Right. Suddenly, when you have a rock of a defender like Ike Opara in 2019 and early 2020.
Ooh,
he was able to play well.
Yeah,
And now
speaking
we
of that
have
shielding, though, that I was talking about, that Boxel thrives off of, you have the former Seattle player and what from the past decade, one of the best CDMs in MLS,
yes,
Ozzy Alonso, coming on against his former club.
getting a standing ovation.
Yeah,
It seems like
Sounders fans love him. I mean, he was the heart and soul of that team, along with Lodero.
Heart and soul. What a cliche word
I
for
mean,
a
yeah,
central midfielder, but
I mean,
true. But
very,
true.
yeah. I mean, and also, I just want to take it back to the comment from Jordan. Abila has looked good. Yeah, I agree. He's looked very good. A promising debut. He's made good runs, and he's linked up with Reynoso pretty well. Like so far, some of that comes from Reynoso's passes not being as on point as they can be, but still, very, very solid. And oh, this isn't what I expected. But
McMaster.
Justin McMaster coming on for Hassani Dotson, a debut.
Going onto that left wing, yeah. I don't think you caught it, but they took Raitala. They put Raitala on for somebody.
I missed that.
Kalman.
Honestly, I can see why. I guess.
I think Boxel has honestly been the worst of the two.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, and that's not a reflection on him as a player overall. What a flick on.
Yeah. And also Achilles Cabrera, who joined us for a little bit. He says, "We'll see you. Bye. Well, thanks for joining in with us. We really appreciated you having you on here. We hope to see you again, maybe for another stream like this. So, but thanks for coming on."
Oh my God,
really
Robin Ludd, you monster!
Justin McMaster.
Come on.
You denied him that goal. Come on.
What a Robin Ludd is a magician.
That was incredible. That was incredible close control by Robin Ludd there.
He may be Finnish, but he moves like an Argentinian player. He's going to be right at home with Reynoso and Abila once they get going.
And potentially, who is it?
Frapagane? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Fragopane, I think.
Let's call him Franco. I think his first name is Franco.
He from Talleres in Argentina. So
there are a lot of rumors that deal has fallen through. He also did start and score for Talleres tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that happens never or happens this summer is yet to be seen.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think like our front line is still very good. Ooh, bit of a errant pass, but Reynoso's there to clean up the mess. He nutmegs one of them, and he tackles to keep it, kind of, but loses out in the end. Seattle players down. Nuhu Tolo's down. And he went down without anyone around him, too. This could be bad news for Seattle. Okay. Yeah, it was, and just confirmation from earlier, Brent Kallman did come off for Juho Raitala. Of course, experienced Finnish left back, traded from Montreal to Minnesota this past summer.
Sorry, Andrea came in and talked to me for a little bit. But I did hear it was Kalman. And Alonso has the captain's armband
now. Yes, he does.
This is so sad. But also
kind of expected at the same time. Ooh, this is not good.
Oh, thank
solid save by Dane St. Clair, though. That's good. That's good by him. Keeping Raul Ruidiaz from getting a hat trick. Thank you, Dane St. Clair. He actually kept him from getting a hat trick technically on 2 occasions, I guess you could say, because he prevented that first penalty from him. we didn't know at that time that he would score 2 later, but ooh, good attempted pass by Medinir. He needed a little bit more on that for it to find Abila. But yeah, there's 6 minutes left of this match. That's a bit of a strange foul. Looks like the Seattle player just kind of hugged Ozzy Alonso, wanted to welcome him back, and took him to the ground with that hug.
Yeah. Jack, I will say, and tell me if I'm wrong, but I think we're going to both agree here that a lot of this disappointment from Minnesota comes down to lack of true defensive talent.
Yeah, we're missing
As
a lot of our
Nuhu runs for it, I'll let this play out before I continue.
It's kind of taper.
We'll see. No, okay. So basically what I was saying was a lot of this comes down to lack of defensive talent. I think if Eichelpara starts instead of Kalman, this game's a lot closer.
This is
if
zero,
Debasi starts,
0-0, I think. Actually, no, probably 1-0 because of that Joao Paulo goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Debasi starts, I think this game is 2-0, 1-0, 2-1. We still might be losing. If a true talented CDM like like Alonso accompanying Grey Goose, it wouldn't be 3-0 instead of the 4-0 that it now is.
It's Freddie Montero. I didn't even know he had subbed on. No.
At what point do we turn this off, Jack?
We don't. We commit to it. We hope.
We hope. We still have to do the post show, you know?
Yeah. Oh man, that's disappointing. That's really disappointing defending from Minnesota.
Yeah. Let's dissect this goal right here.
Yeah. It looks like
where I don't even know where Metnier
Metnier was really high up the field.
Which is a huge issue.
Yeah.
That has been an issue for the past couple of years. And that's not to say that he's not worth it as a player. That's to say that we need players that could cover for him because he goes so far up.
Yeah.
Like effectively like a wing back.
Yeah. And also I mean like Dane St. Clair has been pretty good tonight. I even though he's conceded 4, he's been
well now good. My fantasy team's tanked because of that, but whatever.
I do want to say, like, even though he's been really good, he probably should have stayed on his line there because he rushes out to meet that ball, and you know he gets beaten because he's trying to run out and smother it.
I love Freddie Montero. Jordan, get out of here, dude.
No, he's a very solid player, and
he's a very solid player.
Yeah, I mean, like,
but Jordan, now is not the time though. Get out of here.
I will say actually, Freddie Montero. When I first started playing, FIFA Ultimate Team, which was in 2019. I played it in FIFA 19.
Please don't make a 5-0. Let's at least not make it 5-0, please.
But Freddie Montero was the first player I packed in that entire thing, which was kind of interesting. And I played with him for almost the entire game that year. So as Abila wins us a free kick. No, he hasn't had a lot of service, but he's been solid. I think it's a promising first outing for him.
I think it's promising too. I just gotta say, going back to my point, there's just not a lot of defensive talent. It's like standout defensive talent.
Yeah.
That could help us out because the reason why we did so well, the reason why we jumped so far from 2018, 2019 was because we brought in defensive stalwarts in Eichelpara and Ozzy Alonso. Yeah. Exactly. We don't have that now. And that's going to make it a lot harder going forward. If Debasi's still out, hopefully he's not.
Yeah, I think like here I had a thought. I had a thought maybe, and we'll see if you agree with it, but what would you think about potentially switching to a 3-back system, having Gasper and Menmir tuck in and play as left and right center backs essentially?
I have some reservations about that.
Yeah, that's
and it usually stems from our center back talent.
Ooh, as Minnesota went close there, Abila laid off to Reynoso, who let a shot fly right at Stephen Fry, though.
I think Minnesota going to a 3 in the back system is hard when you consider that we're lacking depth to run a 4 in the back in the first place.
True.
We're gonna need at least 2 more center backs to do that.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
No, it's okay.
Okay, Dane Sinclair, Dolphins line, get that. Thank goodness. Jordan says that he loved Freddie Montero when he first started watching MLS back in the day. Wait, is that a yellow card for a Seattle player?
That's for Christian Roldan.
Okay.
You're good.
I was worried it was for Reynoso for a second. Oh, Abila's offside.
Rui Diaz has had a very hot and cold day, but
Yeah.
at the end of the match, he's going to be the happier of the forwards between Minnesota and Seattle.
Yeah,
getting
for
2
sure.
goals and a missed penalty. Just a really good outing from him outside of that penalty miss.
Yeah, it's
at
been
least
a tale
in the
of two
second half.
halves. Tale of two halves. Cliche, yes, but very true. You know, this is like the first half. If you'd watch the first, sorry, my stream accidentally activated Siri for some reason. I don't know why. But from the first half, like you would have thought throughout this, like this is going to be like a 1-0 win if any team wins. But now, like it couldn't be further from that. Seattle just came out of the halftime better team.
For sure. I will say, going back to trying just to dissect where this went wrong, Will Trapp has had a very bad debut for Minnesota United.
Yeah, it has not been great for sure.
Conceded a penalty, luckily got saved by St. Clair. Had a failed clearance to give Joao Paulo the opening goal. And when I'm looking at his stats, he's won 3 duels, lost 7.
Oh, God.
Has an 84% successful passing rate. It's not great. Created 2 chances. But at the same time, when you have Grey Goose being pretty clearly playing well as a number 8 and Trapp being clearly the number 6, to have him not be as defensively sound as you'd want him to be creates a lot of holes for Minnesota United.
Yeah, I'm shocked as well because Alonso came on for Grey Goose, which I thought Grey Goose was, one of the better players for Minnesota tonight. Like he wasn't up to his like usual best. Like, at his best, he is one of the best center mids in the league, I think.
That seems like it'd be off. No?
No. Doesn't seem like. Oh, Abila, please. Come on. Wins a corner, it looks like. A goal kick.
Yes, it looks like it came off of Abila's heel.
Unfortunate. Jordan says he's going to head out. Have a good night. You too, Jordan.
Thanks for joining us, Jordan.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon, whether it's on Twitter, maybe for another podcast episode.
Hopefully, Philadelphia loses. Just kidding.
Wow, that's brutal.
That's gonna be a very exciting game. That's one of the games I'm excited for. Columbus versus Philadelphia tomorrow.
That will be a very good
Sunday.
one. Yeah.
I don't even know when it is.
I want to say it's Sunday.
But I will be paying very close attention to LAFC versus Austin. Jack, are you excited for that match?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Austin FC have to offer. I think that they have a lot of interest, of really good talent, and I'm excited to see them compete for the first time together.
I am interested to see our friend Francisco, how he reacts.
Yeah,
as the final whistle blows. Let's save our talk for the other games later. Seattle Sounders win 4-0 above Minnesota United. The first game of the MLS season for both these sides. Ozzy Alonso's return to Seattle, and unfortunately a very bad start for our hometown team and Ramon Abila. Jack, what do you make out of this game? What do you think went wrong? And what does specifically Minnesota United do going forward?
Well, I think there were a lot of promising points in this match. Like it was never like this never seemed like an absolute terrible performance, at least in the first half. I think what Minnesota United has to do is just get better at closing at like, coming out of halftime faster because they came out of halftime pretty slow. That we've seen that. I think we've seen that a lot from Minnesota United. They start halves and start getting pretty slow, and I think they've got to get better at starting a lot better.
Absolutely.
And because that first goal that was conceded in the 50th minute, in the first 5 minutes of the half, and I think that completely changed it for Seattle. Because
Hmm.
Minnesota had to change their tactics because they were already against five at the back at that point. So they had to commit more players forward to try and break it down. So I think that's honestly where this went wrong. It's because we started the second half too slowly.
Hmm. I think Seattle putting a 5 in the back put us in a bad place. I think I'm just going to parrot what I've been saying for the past couple of minutes. Just we need game changers and not in the attack. We know we have game changers in the attack. That front four on its day is the best attacking unit in MLS. But there's so much uncertainty in the back line right now with Ike Opara potentially leaving Minnesota United, with Debasi being out for the foreseeable future. There's a lot of questions that need to be asked. Chase Gasper is a yellow card magnet. Both him and Metnier like to go forward. So where is the true defensive cover going to come from? Dane St. Clair can only do so much. Kalman and Boxall can only do so much. There needs to be like a very strong presence there that usually comes from Opara, Debasi, and or Alonso. And we just don't have that right now.
Yeah.
Now, Jack, do you have anything to add before we move on to potentially what Seattle did very well?
Well, I think, I wonder if we give our draft pick, I can't remember his first name, but Kibum Gucci, a chance to start.
I'm going to say his name is Kibun Gushi.
Yeah. Or Callum Montgomery, who we acquired
Or
from Dallas.
DJ Taylor or
DJ Taylor's a fullback, though. He's a right back.
Juka Raitala. I'm just naming defenders that pop up on my screen right now.
Raitala is probably. I wonder if we try a Raitala Boxall pairing. I know Raitala is a left back by trade. I know he is, but I wonder if that would work out, and it could be interesting. But there's clearly got to be a change in stack, I think, in this game.
Here's my take on the defense. We can't change anything. I don't think we can.
Fair enough.
Because it's either we stick with the players right now who didn't play the best defensively. There were a chance being created from both fullbacks. But when you look at the alternatives, these are very good players. I think DJ Taylor is a good player. I think Raitala, from what I've seen from clips of him, is a decent fullback for an MLS team. But there's still not the answer defensively going forward for Minnesota United. I think the only answer that we can have for replacing a member of the back line is Bakai Debasi or another center back that we bring in. Jack, you mentioned this last year, and I laughed you off. I think maybe it is time for a TAM level or a DP level defender. Is that reactionary?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think it is because without Ike Opara last
What's
season,
up, Noah?
Yeah, I was going to quick say that. Thanks for watching, Noah. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed the watch along too. That's awesome. But I was gonna say, that I think without Opara last season, we saw a lot of more defensive frailty, kind of almost a return to form at times of those disastrous first two seasons in MLS, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that maybe what we need is, Ike Opara, he's not getting any younger either. Like, even if he does come back from injury, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get like a solid leader at the back. Same with like Alonso too, because he can be a leader that kind of organizes the back line from the midfield, but he's what 35 now, 34,
Yeah.
and he's very injury prone now. So, but yeah, I think I'm not sure if that's reactionary. I think it might be a logical step.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say we were without Ike Opara in the MLS's back tournament, if you'd remember. And yet we did well. We were without Ike Opara throughout the end of the MLS season, and we survived. I think it really just comes down to having a player that can fill in his role.
Yeah.
And I think we need Debasi for that. I think we need Will Trapp to at least step up. I've never been a Will Trapp fan. I think he's a very good MLS personality. I think he's a good MLS player. Is he the solution going forward? I would still like to think so, but we need him to step up to be that Alonso replacement because, like you said, Alonso's not getting any younger.
Right.
If we can't find a good replacement for a real midfield general like him, we're just going to continue to struggle like that.
Well, you know what? Let's move on from what Minnesota United did poorly, I guess. And you were going to move on to this a little earlier. What Seattle did really well,
Yeah.
because they did a lot well. I mean, they didn't do much wrong,
They
but
didn't do much wrong, at least in the second half. The first half, there were plenty of scuffed chances. I think defensively were a lot more sound. Getting that initial goal for them really changed things. But what did you see Seattle do that in particular tactically and potentially just personality, each player personally, what did they do well to really get them this emphatic win?
well, I think a lot of it comes down to the counterattacking and use of those wingbacks, because
100%.
Gasper and Mednir get forward a lot. They get forward a ton, and because of that, the Seattle fullbacks kind of or wingbacks exploited that space behind it. It was who was it that was always tucking in behind them? I think it was Roldan was always getting in behind, and it was Brad Smith. Both of them were getting behind and starting a lot of play,
Yeah.
and they exploited that space that was left behind, and I think that's where the bulk of it went well, because they just fed in constant service. And you know, if you have Freddie Montero and Raul Ruidiaz on the field, they're going to capitalize on at least a few of those chances.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what happened.
I agree. Chance creation was a really big thing that popped out for me when we're talking about Seattle Sounders. Alex Roldan, great game from him. He got 8.0 on FOTMob. He got an assist as well. Obviously, he's a good player, and it really kind of highlights the work that he's done as a wingback. I think we have to mention that you mentioned Ruidiaz. I think we have to really mention how he came back from missing that penalty, having St. Clair save that. But all of the central players for Seattle really stepped it up. Will Bruin got an assist. Ruidiaz got a brace. Christian Roldan got an assist. They were there to convert the chances. And that's a really good thing that came out of Seattle. Something that they did that's, is going to set them up for success is that even if they don't have a lot of chances, and they did create a good amount, but they converted so many of them. It seemed like no matter what happened, the fact that they created a chance, you just felt like something was going to come out of it.
Yeah, I agree. It was a very good performance by Seattle, and I guess kind of revenge for us underrating them in our season preview.
Yeah, I do feel bad about that. But Jack, let's wrap this up since we have talked a lot about this game. Do you just want to wrap things up?
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who,
we have one watch right now.
I think that's me, but this will go up as a recording.
I think that might be me as well.
Yeah, I think this will go up as a recording later though as well. But,
yeah, sure.
If if that one viewer happens to be someone who isn't one of us,
Yeah.
or like you're watching this as a recording just to see some, Minnesota United fan reacts to 4-0 loss at Seattle, whatever. Just thanks for tuning in and sticking through it. We really appreciate this. We didn't know how this would go since we've never streamed before, but I had fun at least. AJ, did you have fun with it?
I had a lot of fun. I'm really excited to do this next
Chelsea,
week when we
West Ham.
cover Chelsea and West Ham. That's gonna be an early morning one. I feel bad for Gabe because I'm going to kick him out or something for that. But
well, that will be a fun one. That's going to be April 24th, I believe. Chelsea versus West Ham. So if you enjoyed this one, tune in for that one as well. That will be an enjoyable one.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys. I'm not gonna say that my usual outro.
Just check out the podcast as well. That's an important one.
Yes.
Throughout the stream, we had the beautiful logo on the screen. It's one of the few things that stayed throughout all of the